So if you just bought a wig or you're doing the research before you buy a wig, you need a nice mannequin head and these other products that I can teach you about. You're going to need pins, ball tip pins, to pin it to the mannequin head. Right in the ear tab area is where you pin it for styling. You're going to need a water bottle in case you want to change the part or change anything about it with a comb. You can change the part with a comb just by spraying it down with water. And if it's not coming out the way you want it after styling, you could spritz it down with a little bit of water, use the back of the comb, and redirect it the way that you want it to go. So the least amount of heat, the better for longevity on a human hair wig. I definitely recommend this product, Rich Repair by Goldwell, because this will hydrate the hair and take static out of the hair. And you just put a little bit on, especially in the nape, because you have to comb that out because that rubs against collars. So a wide tooth comb is your best bet when you're combing wigs out, and hold where you're brushing the hair so that it doesn't tug on a wig and pull hair out. You always want to hold where you're brushing and start at the bottom, middle, up to the top. Whenever you're brushing out a wig, hold it, bottom, middle, top. Hold it where you're brushing, bottom, middle, top. And don't forget to treat this back because that's where it gets the most tangly from the rubbing. Okay, so wide tooth comb's good. The wet brush is fantastic because it's ball tip. So any type of, if you have a lace top, if you have a silk top, this is wonderful because I'm holding it, but I'm not hurting the material and I'm not hurting the hair. The wet brush is really famous for getting tangles out, so it's wonderful. Let's see, so let's talk about security. The security of the wig, when you're first putting it on, it's going to probably slide around and you're gonna say, what do I do to protect it? We have silicone stretchy headbands that are a good option, and they come in colors. Any color you want. This will secure the wig. It won't like move in a roller coaster, convertible, whatever. Once it hooks on, it's nice, it's sturdy. Once it hooks on. This is an extra small mannequin head so that it doesn't stretch your wig out. If you're an extra small, a medium, you can use this. Most of the mannequin heads on the market are mediums, so I always recommend this extra small. But it does connect, it does hold on. Also, there's velvet headbands. There's some, they have the Velcro in the back for security. There's some that come with a lace piece right here, see-through translucent, in case you have a lace front wig and a lace part line. So I would recommend getting that one with the lace right here. They also have it, see, this is a Velcro in the back. They also have it with elastic in the back. So you're going to figure out which one is best for you. They do come in colors to whatever color your wig is. Let's see. So another thing I wanted to talk about is if you get really sweaty or you have a sensitive head, these, I'd say they're kind of like terry cloth material. You can line your wig on the inside. It sticks, a little piece of tape. It's not going to last forever. You'll have to replace it, but it is for comfort or like a sweaty day if you're going to be out at a barbecue. That's a really good option. And also if you have a sensitive head, before you go putting on all these headbands, or you don't want to lose your bio hair, put a wig cap on first, just like this, which it's just a little nylon. And then put this on top of the wig cap. So that'll protect your bio hair if it's weak. Okay, if it's not weak, you may love clips. Sewing a clip on the inside of the wig and clipping it into your bio hair, or you may not be able to support clips. So you get these combs and you sew the comb right in where the clip was, and it'll go right into your bio hair. Very easy right here. So that will help it to keep from sliding around if you can't use or don't prefer to use any of the headband options. So I have combs in the back of mine and in the top of mine and clips on the sides. But I have bio hair that will support it. Where I didn't have, when I didn't have bio hair to support that, I definitely would use one of those headbands, whichever you prefer. Now, if you're trying to hide or blend the wig or the topper in the front with your bio hair, these are the fibers. You can shake on a little fiber right in that area if it's a lace front to match the wig, like the line of the wig. Now this particular wig has bangs, but if it didn't, you see that line, you may want to sprinkle in a little bit of the fibers. You can use it anywhere you want. There's no rules to this. But I did notice that a lot of my clients like to incorporate their bio hair in a topper in the very front, but sometimes it's just too thin, so the little sprinkle of the fibers is a great trick. But I've also used it on a wig because one of my lace top wigs, this one's a silk top at the moment, but one of my lace top wigs just is losing hair, so I use some of the fibers. So if you do have good bio hair in the back, maybe you don't have it in the front, I would put it in one of these little baby elastics in a ponytail, and then you take the back comb, if you decided to sew in a comb or if your wig came in a comb, and slide that right under the ponytail. That's good for security as well if you don't feel like using the clips or the headbands. So those are some options. But so, you know, you have to make adjustments to your wig the way you want to. So get your needle and thread out and start sewing things in and giving it a try. You can remove it. I can remove these clips and put my combs in if I felt like it was losing bio hair. I just sew these combs right in, and I might be more comfortable with combs. So it is your option. I want to just tell you a little bit about styling. After you do like a nice shampoo, you always keep the cuticle going down, okay? Don't mess up the cuticle of the hair. You don't want it going crazy because then when you try to comb it out, it's all tangly. So you put your pins in. Say you want to let it air dry overnight, or I don't know, however many hours, maybe a ceiling fan, and you want to flatten things out. This heat can't be really, really high, you know what I mean? Don't go over 325, 350 is a fast pass through, but do what you can in the lower heat settings. I also wanted to tell you that if you have a curling iron and you're not comfortable with the clip, don't use it as a clip. Use it as a wand and wrap the hair around and make your spiral curl. Beachy waves, whatever. But I've also done something like this. I changed my part and I didn't like it. I took the back of the curling iron and I just ironed it down. That you could do, you know, at a low temperature, but also after you try to make your part, you're always welcome to use the blow dryer to make that part stay where you wanted it to stay. And if you did want to use a blow dryer, make sure it's not wet, wet, wet hair. It's already dried a little bit, and then do your finish style. Try to not have, and I always move the blow dryer. Try not to have concentrated heat on one particular section, and you'll never burn the hair. So you can blow dry hair. See how this is already dry, but say I wanted to redirect it to do something else, you can. It will listen. It's just not a high heat, that's all. And you could always spritz it down. That's why you've got your water bottle. If you want to redirect something, you spritz it down and then re-blow dry it into the way you want to. But it's all a little bit of a learning curve when you first start in the wigs. I don't use sticky hairspray either, because say I set this and it was perfect and I wanted it all hairsprayed. I use a very light hairspray, because when you go to comb it, which you know you have to comb it from the bottom, but just say that you forgot, this will stick and could pull hair out, and we don't want to create alopecia on the wig. So those are some tips, and if you have any more questions, I'm happy to answer.